individual and confess all the stuff that they know they did wrong. Because if you didn't know it was wrong, why would you be confessing? You understand what I'm saying? You knew you was wrong when you did it, but you did it anyway. See, that's the difference between us and religious people. See what I'm saying? They deal with confession and repentance and all that. We deal with justice.
I used to look at that concept and I used to just think about it. Like the way the Christianity is taught how, if you're doing sin, okay, you confessing to a man behind it, because before I was 5%, I was 85% going to church or whatever, you confessing to another man, your sins, everything you doing bad. So that's how I got awoke too, because ain't you supposed to be confessing into that mystery God up there? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing confessing to him for? You know what I'm saying? He's a man just like you.
Yeah, that's a question, yeah, that's a question you would get.
He's telling the people
Yeah.
that he represents the mystery God.
Yeah, and that's how they have the people dumb, deaf, and blind. They're not making they're not using common sense. Because if you use common sense, you should already know that's not real.
So why they fear the devil now that you're dead, now that they're grown, you told me you gave them the wrong food, so they're not thinking self-consciously, conscious, as far as consciously in the atmosphere. But you're only gonna have that knowledge if you have that knowledge. And that. See, with the 85, but I learned you gotta show them. You can't really talk to them. You gotta show them more than, because they watch a bunch of things that pollute their brain all day. And really, the wrong fools basically, you know what I'm saying? So they see the images of, hip hop and things that they want to be, you know what I'm saying? And they think that, this is who I want to be, so this is who I am. It's the same thing worshiping mystery God. Same thing like you go to church. Some people worship sports stars and things of that nature.
So Shem God King said Elijah's lessons in the 30s had the word interpretation. Lord Shalah said the original lesson did not have interpretation in it as far as I know. I mean, I'm not all that familiar with the problem book.
Pardon me, Lord. Aren't those like two different words in just in general with two different meanings?
Say again, black mind, peace. Say it again. I heard it. I'm listening to you. You said they two words that what?
Are they two different words that have two completely different meanings, or?
Well, see,
I never looked.
Yeah, they do. And to me, right, interpretation doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Interpret means that you
understand it.
So,
yeah. Or not even understand it, but
right. There's some look.
Yeah.
What's the most we know interpret from is from an interpreter, right? Somebody speaking a language that somebody don't understand, and you need somebody to interpret that to you, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. What was the thing that they didn't understand? What did they interpret? To me, interorientation fit because inter means between, right? Orient means to situate. And when you put Asian behind something, it turns a verb into a noun. Yes, I mean, just on the science of etymology, what I'm trying to say. You see what I mean? Asian is like if you present somebody with something, that's a verb. But if you make a presentation, that's a noun. That's what tation does on the end of a word. You understand what I'm saying? So, people who say interpretation, I would like to know what are they saying? What was interpreted? What was interpreted?
What you was translating? They knew a different language, and you was interpreting for them.
But they got to know that language in order for you to interpret it.
I think the word interorientation is more appropriate.
Fact.
But I mean, yeah, you have to ask somebody who has that to explain why they see it that way. What you up to?
Totally right. Supreme Mathematics.
Mhm.
I also wrote down Supreme Mathematics.
Yeah, you shouldn't have did that, but let me see.
Alright. I said that's exactly.
But sometimes it beats like that. Before you got this backwards, you should say divine and destroyed. Well, I guess he got it right. This, make sure you know that this says rule and not roll.
Peace.
19 is self-savior. So SW said they had to come and speak our language in order to communicate. We weren't speaking English at that time. So you saying that's what was interpreted was their language? To me, that's still not an interpretation. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm speaking to somebody Spanish, right, that don't speak English, I'm not interpreting. Yeah, I'm just talking to you. And we having difficulty because there is no interpreter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but if I meet you and look, it could be something I can say, yo, bye, and you look like, oh yeah, because now I made an intro orientation where you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And we can make a trade, could be anything. Like you be walking down the street and you go like that, and I know you want to like it. So now, you know what I'm saying? And that was our relationship right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, how you know him? How you oriented to this person? You know what I mean? But they gotta draw it up how they want. District 120 said, how could they have interpreted the idea of receiving more gold if they told them that they would receive more gold? And also, we let them keep the language so they already knew how to communicate.
On self guard, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is trading the language, but not verbally talking, but like trading, like objects.
Is it a language?
Yeah, like it's just something simple to be understood. Like, you know, like trading. Like you got a hat, I got a shirt. You know, instead of me, I can see that you need a shirt, and you see I need a hat. So instead of me like here, or like, yo, I traded you, I just, come to you.
Like commerce, you're saying?
Well, not really commerce until I start doing trade. Like,
Right, the trade is, you're asking if the trade is the actual language itself.
Actual fact. Actual fact.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
that can be a language, trade.
Because you would have to establish the value of the things between each other.
That goes back to gold.
Peace, how y'all doing?
Everybody know what gold is. They said they receive more gold for their labor. So just only not verbally saying, but you know what gold is, huh?
Lord Shalah said, who knows the common language amongst traders across that continent? See, when you say a language, right, ideas have to be communicated. You understand what I'm saying? Like when I see you saying that. See, they're both forms of equality. They're both forms of equality.
Even with religion,
they're both forms of exchange.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying with people? But see, the trade has to be based on the language. You know what I'm saying? Like, he asked a question right now that I'm not sure I know the answer to when he said, what is the language amongst all the traders over there? See, like right now,
Value
right,
system.
English is the language of trade globally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, you could see diplomats, right? Whenever they might come to America to have to be at the UN or something, and they speak English. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's what you call the lingua franca. You know what I'm saying? That's the language that, you know, all of the people speak. They may speak their own language. Like, just look, in America, right? English is the lingua franca. But you got, you know, Hispanic people that speak Spanish. You got Chinese people that speak Chinese. You got French people that speak French. But if we all want to communicate together, we gotta speak English. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I said the trade still has to be based on the language, because you gotta be able to tell me how much you want for this good or this service. You see what I'm saying? Listen, if that guy comes on your page to ask a question about who's the 5%,
Who's this?
I don't know,
What's his name?
I don't recall. He's apparently in a lot. But yeah, I need to address that because he made a very good point.
Yeah, so when it says, the trader made an interpretation and said who was the trader? The trader was John Harding Hawkins. So he spoke English.
Mhm.
So the people that he had in captivity, they didn't speak English. They probably spoke their native language from where he got them from.
Yeah, but see, you gotta remember, cause the first people that arrived, right, is the Portuguese and the Spanish. They got experience with the Africans. You see what I'm saying? Because they was conquered by the Moors for 700 years. Yes, I mean? So they got experience with the language. They got other African people there. Just like Columbus was brought over here by the Moorish navigators. You understand what I'm saying? They had them the whole time.
So you saying that traders had they knew more languages than just besides English?
Well, the first traders that came spoke Portuguese and Spanish,
Okay.
and then they spoke Dutch. The English came way later. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying that you gotta remember, even before that, there's a history in the Mediterranean. You see what I mean? These people have been doing trade and therefore communicating with each other for hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that everybody on both sides spoke all of the language, but I'm saying they had people that have been dealing with each other the whole time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, in order for them to come to Egypt, you understand what I mean? All these different things, there's always been communication.
So
And then another
also-
thing that I say too, because in the continent Africa is so big that there's a lot of languages spoken in that country of that continent. You know, it's not just French. It's just not Swahili. It's just not. English. It's a lot. They even speak Spanish.
But see, they didn't deal with all the people.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, they only dealt with the people they was making a deal with. Because remember, the deal is for some other people. You know what I'm saying? And we come in here saying, look, so we gonna make this deal, we hit you over with this whiskey or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and these guns, and you gonna bring us some brothers. So they didn't meet with the other brothers. You understand what I'm saying? They dealt with the people that they could come and communicate to people who have been doing trade. Like, see, the Moors was, they had, I don't know what the word is for it, but it was a trade, right? Going from North Africa over the Saharan desert, coming to like the last city, right? Before you hit the the Saharan desert is Timbuktu. That's one of the things that happened in Timbuktu. They kept getting raided by the North Africans for slaves.
So when you speak about the Moors, the Turkish Muslims, those
No.
are the Moors,
The Moors is Africans.
the Africans.
You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, they had communication with different people the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, empires is trading amongst each other. You know what I mean? There's some empires that don't know the other one exists, but they trading amongst each other. Even, look, in order for them to have a war with each other, they gotta know they exist. You understand what I'm saying? What Shallah said, English is the modern day language of trade nowadays. That's why almost everywhere on the planet speaks English. Swahili is 1,000 years old. Rakim Raz, fast 3 days, ask questions, taking notes, traveling lands for knowledge. Yeah, he hungry for it. He talk about you, Ambition. Hey, his name is Ambition. What'd you expect? Marquez Miller, who's this? Marquez Miller said Moors are Africans that traveled to Spain. I mean, they did a little more than travel. They took it over for 700 years. But that's that science with that language science. But what degrees did you actually get to? Will manifest.
Now it's a whole, now I'm just thinking quality, I'm just still working on the numbers, dealing with the math of it. Like, you know, I know it.
You got the whole thing? But you don't, alright, so what's the 25th one?
That's what I'm working on. Muslim.
Alright. See, one clue about that is, well, the way I did it is I started off with knowing every fifth
I didn't bring
one.
my book, cause
Why would you need it?
nah,
I'm talking about to take notes.
nah, my book, where, you know, where I do my method of how I learn my mathematics, you know.
Alright, but what I'm telling you is,
Pens and make it a little easier for me, you know.
Rakim Raz said the Moors are the traders in the 136. What are you talking about? Who, John Harding Hawkins? What degrees you know is Rakim Raz? But see how I learned it was I learned every fifth one first. So then even if I had to count, I didn't have to count from that far. You understand what I'm saying? Then from there, I learned every, you know, I think I went to every other one or every third one. And then eventually, you know what I'm saying? It's all there. But I'm just saying that, you know, with the alphabet, I did the same thing. You know what I mean? Because when you first get the knowledge, you don't know the numbers. It's like you don't want to be counting through the whole, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I, you know, my method of doing it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the ways how I learned was, you know, super simple because I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I was applying the tools that I had at that time. Rakim Raz, we still waiting on that 136 science you saying. Shalai said the reason for John Harding Hawkins' success is rooted in his father's history. Now, this is a, you know, I don't know who his father is. I don't know anything about his father's history, but I do know that Francis Drake is his cousin. So maybe this is what Shalai is getting ready to get into. Maybe John Harding Hawkins' father was the one who was related to whichever one of Francis Drake's parents, and perhaps that has something to do with the the British, the British, the British took over the seas. Still waiting on Rakim Rise, man. Anybody spoke to anybody spoke to Mahadi even? P. Almighty?
No, I got to go. I think that I wanted to know.
Yeah, but that's what we're gonna do too. Um, one of these after the classes, when it's like you know, reveal P. Almighty, we y'all all know 120. Y'all gonna just hold the whole 120. You know what I'm saying? And how y'all gonna do that science, right? Is you're gonna take a degree, like you take the first degree in 110, and you take the second degree in 110, take the third degree, and y'all go through the whole 120. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You know, when I showed y'all, you know what I mean, that's the basic one. There's other more formal sciences, you know what I mean, when you're dealing with the cipher. Like if you're dealing with certain times, we coming together, we having a cipher to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? When you have a cipher like that, right? You go into the center of the cipher. You know what I'm saying? You go into the center of the cipher, you say your name, and you quote the highest degree that you know. So now, you know what I'm saying? Like we making a decision here, you know what I'm saying? And if you talking about stuff in the 140 and you only in the 110, we were like, all right, listen, we trying to work with knowledge, not emotion. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how you would conduct that type of cycle. You know, some people, that's the way they did it. You know what I'm saying? They always conducted that slightly more formal level of the cipher. You know what I'm saying? But the one I'm showing y'all is that's where I started. See what I'm saying?
I have a question about the Moors, right? Because I heard about the Moorish sign symbol that don't have nothing to do with that, Darkim.
Say it again.
You know, the Moors. I wanna when
That's
I
a
say
different
the
set of.
Moors, it's those are the brothers that be teaching that about Noble Jew Ali.
Those are different sets. That's a different set. That's a different set. Those brothers over here. You know what I'm saying? Those Moors got a wider history than that.
Okay.
You know. Yeah. I mean, even though they do try to connect some of their history to that, but they don't. You know, it's not really. It's not the same. Those brothers that came that over here, and there's brothers that got history. They not the same Moors as that took over Spain for 700 years.
Who that?
The MSTA.
You know what I understood too, especially dealing with not understanding equality, is that it's specific. Like you can't. It's specific to North America. Specifics. It's like specifically here. Specific. Ain't no Moors. You know that's history. It's a fact, but it's specific. You know, wilderness in North America. You know, and all over the planet Earth. Those are people too, but it's specific. You know, 17 million with 2 million Indians, total of 19 million. You know, that's the knowledge born right there because it's specific. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So when
Caught up in other said nations.
so when they saying my uncle does not speak his own language, who is they referring to?
How you interpret it? You know, my uncle, since put it like this, and I know mathematics. My uncle don't speak his own language. I know he the God, but he don't know that. He don't speak. This is his own language, mathematics, peace and righteousness. Our God, that's the culture. He don't speak his own language.
Oh, Asiatic God says
So
uncle means
You
uncool.
draw it up like that?
Huh?
That's how you draw it up.
Uncle means
That's
uncle.
all.
Yeah, that's what
But it's history behind it.
Asiatic God
It's
says.
a real history. That's
You're
why I said,
uncool
I
if you ain't living the righteous culture.
history.
But that's a fly play on words. Pardon me.
Alright. Tell you about I'm gonna be back on in a minute. But
Oh, your joint went out over there.
So
yeah, I don't know. Somebody when people call me, I thought I put it on what's the name?
Yeah,
On
see.
Don't Disturb. I don't even know how they get through.
Yeah. People just be calling and interrupting the live.
Yeah, don't call me now, man. I tell you, man, I'm doing the same thing for years, man. On the same day at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, ALR,
I
yeah.
said here that John Harding Hawkins' father's name was John Harding Hawkins Sr. And he made a trip to so-called Africa, learned the language and customs, and he taught his son. The only reason John Harding Hawkins Jr. knew how to get to Africa was from his father. Like he said, my first time in a cipher was in 1984 at Boys and Girls High at lunchtime in the cafeteria. I was in the middle of about 50 brothers, plus everyone in the cafeteria. Yeah, I was so nervous. See, I told y'all, man, back in the days, we used to start off in the hot seat. Like, what we talking about now about not getting in the hot seat? Saying you started off in the hot seat back then, man. You know what I'm saying? But see, getting back to what you're saying though, right, is that there's a lot of from what I've seen, you know, in it for myself, there's a lot of grouping people together. You know what I'm saying? In general, in the, you know, kind of black conscious community or whatever you say, where, you know, people would tell you that, nah, look, all those people was Hebrews. And you'd be like, yeah, but they didn't speak Hebrew.
Right.
Nah, all those people was Hebrew. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you go to, no. They was all Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it was 400. Yeah, no. They was Muslim. They didn't say no yet. You understand? Yeah, it's a certain amount of, so, you know, people start claiming histories, you know what I'm saying, from
Different point of views.
yeah, and all different people and connecting it. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, right now you got a couple of theories out there, like the, you know, the theory that, you know, none of us came from Africa. You understand?
So we was already here or something.
You're gonna claim everybody as a, you understand what I mean? Like, nah, you can't do that. See, look, it's the same thing when we go through the different ciphers, right, with the Hispanic brothers, where, you know, you can tell me original man, but you can't tell them that 500 years of history didn't happen. You understand what I'm saying? You can't say that didn't have no effect on them and that now they should just ignore it and be like they from America. You understand what I'm saying? Why would we even want that? You understand what I'm saying? If everybody's coming to the table with certain skills, certain abilities, certain knowledge, why would we want them to cut all that off and only know what we know?
But that's the thing about it when, you know, when they get knowledge of self and they wake their eyes up, they're gonna make them curious and they're gonna make them study their own history too. That's what I did because, you know, I learned lessons and stuff like that, but then again, I was like, let's see what happened in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what happened here. And then I started relating the lessons with the 120 because there's so many, so many degrees in there that, you know, that coincide with the history. You know, as far as the Indians, as far as well as the, you know, the third degree, the seventh degree in the 1 of 14, the third degree in the 1 of 14, the third degree in the the fourth degree and the 1 to 10, all that, like you said, 120 is like a chessboard. You gotta coincide the degrees.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
You know, there's a lot of the brother here was saying about a revisionist history. There's a lot of revisionist history that has gone on. That's all across the board. Like when you even dealing with like Italian history, Italian people nowadays or in recent past have fought to be considered Caucasian or white, but they, traditionally they wasn't considered that. You know what I'm saying? Like they fought for that, so now they consider, like when they put on the census, they could say white. I'm white. You know what I'm saying? But back then, you know what I'm saying, like there was a certain group of people like, nah, we the white people. You know what I'm saying? Like consider like the Anglo-Saxons, like we're the real white folks, and everybody else is not that. But then get to this part of history, now they start
White was white Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
right. See,
and everybody else was varying degrees of ethnic.
Mm. But nowadays, everybody, there's people who were fighting for that history. Yeah.
See, ethnicity, right, is like race inside the race. You understand what I'm saying? Well, they saying that, yeah, we all got this common characteristic, right, of light skin or whatever, right? But nah, y'all a little bit darker than us. You know what I mean? Or nah, we got blonde hair and blue eyes over here.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
We further along with that rules and regulations of y'all cool.
Different ethnicities.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And also just in terms of, there always was a certain mentality amongst the Europeans, right? The people who was a part of Greece, Rome, Christianity, always saw the other people, they wanted to enslave them. You know what I'm saying? The word slave comes from the word Slav. Like the Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia, you understand what I'm saying? So there was always outsiders in Europe to whatever was the empire that was going on.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And they always saw those people as, like right now, they basically would fit under the description Eastern Europeans.
So that's like
Eastern Europeans and Southern Europeans.
So that's like in Rome, when Rome was like the dominant empire,
And
English was different, was a different tribe. England was a different tribe from them. And they were considered more like, those are the savages.
Yeah. The Germans, you gotta remember.
Germans and all.
England is mostly populated by Germans.
Mm.
The Anglos, the Saxons, those are German tribes.
Mm.
Like there's some people, I think the Britons are some people that was already there, but a lot of the code, even look, the royal family is German. Yeah, they made that name up in World War I.
They made what name up?
What's their name they got now? Windsor or something? Nah, they name is something German. But in World War I, they at war with Germany. So it's gonna look funny, especially if we losing battles and y'all German. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want, especially at that time, people are overthrowing governments left and right. You know what I mean? Royal people is getting killed. You understand what I'm saying? So, that they changed their name at that time.
Now, did you tried something on me a while ago about German invading Spain?
Germany invaded Spain.
Was because I'm trying to think, was it
I don't know about that.
Germans having something to do with Spaniards, something like that, or
Germans having something to do with Spain.
or I don't know. We was relating it back to even like in the prison system nowadays when you dealing with Puerto Ricans, you call them Germans.
Yo, word is bond. I don't like that. Because
But
I know that was they used to call us. Know what I'm saying? When I was, because I've been in the prison system for a lot of years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So as soon as you come through, that German right there, I'm looking like, who the fuck you calling German? You know what I'm saying? Like that was like crazy to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
That look at that German, yo, the German. Nah.
Mm.
Where you get that from?
But I get that from that's a slang,
Yeah,
man.
where
That's a
was that
slang.
from?
That's like people that's ignorant.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't
what's
know.
crazy.
They don't know. But I check that quick.
Alright.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Just
The Asiatic guy, he got
oh,
he got something for everybody, you know.
Already? What the fuck?
He got Italians is aliens, and he said German is German, and
And even Italian got black in them too. You know what I'm saying? When Hannibal ran up in Sicily. You know what I'm saying? They got some of it, a little bit in there too.
Most of it.
Yeah.
Southern Italy. I say it's close to Africa.
he's asking your Lord, so like, where did the term German come from in the penitentiary? That's what that's what I'm trying to build on. Like,
That's what I first heard.
Well, Puerto Ricans, right.
You know that came from when the blacks and the Puerto Ricans was at war.
was at war with each other,
And
right?
They
Yeah.
had war with each other, and they was like, "Yo, get that German." You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. Kill all the Germans. Run all the Germans out. Like you know what I'm saying? Like a Nazi camp. Get them all out. That's what that was.
Well, ik spreek het in Dutch. Dus ik kom binnen U-Bahn. I speak Guten Abend. That's German right there. It's good German to fight. The numbers is Zahlen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
What you
18,
speaking?
19.
French?
That's German.
Oh, German.
Zwanzig.
So you taught yourself this?
No, in 10th grade.
You learned it in 10th grade.
It was Spanish. I wrote grow up with Spanish, Sesame Street Maria. And then 2nd grade taught some French, like bonjour, au revoir.
And you remember all that.
Yeah.
That's good. All
And
right.
then 10th grade, I came up with the German. And like, if that's
So
sports.
yeah, I don't know anything about the Germans and
It was Arabic.
Yeah, that was. I know we was building on something. Like, I can't recall exactly what it was though. And it was saying it's something that had German having a history somewhere with those people.
Wasn't that
you talking about the Spanish? The Spanish people are supposed to come from the Visigoths.
I think that's what it is.
And the Visigoths.
And that's the Germans.
That's the German tribe.
Right. So the Spanish people, right? So the people of Spain coming from the Visigoths.
The Visigoths is the tribe that
invaded that area. That.
Yeah.
Okay, and those, and that's when I was asking. That's when I was coming like, also, that's where that term came from.
They invaded the Roman Empire.
Please.
Yo, what the yo? I didn't make you cut the phone totally off.
Guys having technical difficulties. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, I have no technical difficulties.
Oh, wait, not. All right.
Check 'em out.
Okay, my bad. People are giving him technical
No, people
difficulties.
ain't giving me no technical difficulties. People keep calling me when, listen, I'm talking. Really, what I got the time to stop and talk to you for? Let me tell you something. Call wait and mess people's minds up, man. If I'm on the phone, what make you think this ain't important?
Yeah, right.
That's why you gotta be careful telling your personal business, who you give your personal information to.
Listen,
And
you gotta be
your
careful
number.
with that. You gotta be careful.
I ain't
with that.
worried about that.
So
I don't
you ain't
want
worried about it. Why you telling me to be worried about it?
Oh, it's like Passover. Everybody gets the number upbeat.
Peace, cool.
It's not like Passover.
Yeah, everybody gets the
Yeah.
No,
number.
it's not like Passover. Nothing here is like Passover. See, because if you keep talking, I'm gonna ask you a question. What's going on, brother?
Good.
What's going on?
I feel like I found my richest name. I've been the
I was getting ready to ask you.
Yeah,
I was getting ready to ask you. You came up with something better than Abyss, didn't you?
definitely.
And you fasted your 3 days?
Yeah, I just finished.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's Almighty Master Science.
Almighty Master Science.
Yeah.
That's much better, but
That's heavy.
yeah, that's
That's
Almighty
deep.
passing signs. That's real heavy.
Listen,
That's deep.
but if that's who you are, live it out.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Definitely been a science kid all my life. But, you know, I never liked English class. Always loved math and science only. In history, I only took what I needed.
Mm. That's peace. And where Almighty come from?
I was born in '97, so on God Almighty. I think Almighty was '97 as well, or something like that.
That's peace. Well, yeah, you're gonna have to figure all that out.
Definitely, I'm still building.
With it borns. I mean, but look, write that out.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Get you a book like he brought. You understand what I mean? That's the first thing you put in it. Is your name. You understand what I mean? Then, you know, you get discipline, mathematics, and everything else. But that's peace, though.
Definitely.
Came up with that when?
Like the second day of my fast.
Okay. Was that yesterday? Cause
Oh no, I fast from the first to the third.
from first to third. Okay.
Like the 31st really, but like at night, so I just kind of
Okay.
when the sun came up.
Right.
And, I got master from my physical name. And I love science. Science is master as well. The Almighty came from my birthday. So.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, that's something to dig into. Dig into that name, and you know, like it's heavy. That's a heavy name, you know. But you know, you can live that out.
Definitely. I feel like I can do anything I put my mind to.
That's peace. Almighty Truth says peace, y'all.
Who?
Almighty Truth. I guess he heard it. He said his name's Almighty.
Oh, somebody else named Almighty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why is my thing not
Almighty Truth.
Oh,
Yeah, he lost his connection. You see him. He was, you know,
yeah, people
going
keep
through.
calling,
People calling.
connection. People keep cutting my connection off.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's something I want to. Yeah.
Infinite. What you dealing with now?
As far as what? The lessons?
Degrees, yeah.
I just finished out writing out the 1 to 14.
You finished writing it out?
Yeah, from memory.
All right. So you know it.
Yeah.
So what's today's degree to 1 to 14?
Why do we run Yakub and double from the root of civilization to the caves west phases, now called Europe? What does it mean for EU and ROPE? How long ago would the Del bring with them? What kind of life did he live, and how long before Musa came to teach the Del the forgotten technology? Answer: because they started making trouble among the righteous people, telling lies, accusing the righteous, causing them to fight and kill one another. Yakub was an original man and father of the devil. He taught the devil to do devilishment, the root of civilization. The root of civilization is in Arabia at the holy city of Mecca, which means with the knowledge and wisdom when the original peoples first started when the planet was made. We ran the devil over the Arabian desert. We took everything from him except his language. There's 2,200 miles. We made mark every step of the way. He went savage and lived in the caves of Europe. EU means hillside and ROPE means a bind in. It was 6,019 years ago. Musa came 2,000 years later and taught the devil how to live a respectable life, how to build a home for himself. And some of the forgotten technology Yakub taught them, which was devilishment, telling lies, stealing, cheating, and how to master the original man. Musa was a half original man and a prophet who was predicted by the 23 scientists in the year 1, 15,019 years ago.
Yeah, the firstborn prince lessons.
You can tell.
Of course I can tell.
Right, but I'm actually. Did you study it from the tape, him hearing him quote it, or you have to actually?
I've had it for years. It's
written
just
out.
that my 120's been blotching. The guy suggested I write it out, and I kind of engraved it in the brain.
It's 8 o'clock.
I did it all myself overseas, Gene.
Yeah.
A piece of paper. A little bit in the mirror too.
That's peace.
Alright, got Justice Born, piece of the God. So what else you said you Almighty, what else you said you had some other stuff? You came to the classes on Monday?
No, it's been like a good 2-3 weeks.
But you came on Monday before, right?
No, I don't believe so.
Alright. Yeah, we gotta get you some what's your names. But look, you said you fasted 3 days, all right?
Definitely.
Alright, so check this part. You know what you got right there, right? Ambition. I mean, I know you know what the name of it is, but do you know what it is? And what we use it for and how we use it.
The mathematics.
Yeah.
Well, from the information I was getting offline, man, I don't know how you use it. Except I do, like, I try to do my own mathematics based upon like the videos I was watching and like stuff like that. I try to go through them every day. You know, when I go to the office every morning, I try to apply it to my life every day.
See,
but I don't have it like word for word and understand it.
Now, I ain't even talking about the word for word. What I'm saying is look, supreme mathematics, right, is the language and law of the universe. See what I'm saying? Like, you know, the sun is communicating with the earth, right? In a certain way, they got a certain relationship, right? 93 million miles away from the sun, traveling at particular speeds, the seasons, the temperature. You understand what I mean? That's mathematics. You understand what I'm saying? And those are also the what? Laws. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, mathematics is how we communicate what everything in the universe is and what's their relationship. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, like when you're doing your route, you know what I mean? This place is a certain distance from that place. You know what I mean? Or this is my first, second, and third thing. You understand me? Because when you're dealing with intelligence, right? That's to have ideas, concepts in order. You know what I'm saying? And supreme mathematics is order. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, when you deal with supreme mathematics, right? There's no highest number. Well, for me, 1 is the highest number, right? But you know, you can keep counting, I'm saying. And there's no lowest number. So it's an infinite thing. But most things that become infinite, you know what I'm saying, it gets confused together. You see what I'm saying? But mathematics is not like that. It's definite. It's infinite, but it's definite. Because 1 can only be 1. You understand what I'm saying? 2 can only be 2. 3 can't be 4. You understand what I'm saying? So the science that definite aspect is built into it, right? Along with the infinite aspect, that's to make us able to describe all things. Because it can cover all things, but in a specific way and how it all relates. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta learn the mathematics, and then when you learn everything, when you know, okay, this is what knowledge is. So then every atmosphere that you go in, you're gonna be able to identify what the knowledge is. Yes, I mean, or who the knowledge is. Yes, I mean, you're gonna be able to identify who the Yakub is. Yes, I mean, who the Musa is. You know what I'm saying? Where Mecca is. Yes, I mean, you're gonna recognize these things out here because you can see the relationship and how things relate with the mathematics. You got that, Almighty?
Kind of, sort of.
What part you didn't understand?
I mean, I heard everything, but it's just like after the mathematics between the sun and the moon, the sun and the earth, it's like shaky.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Which part you didn't understand? You said you heard it.
Like you say you didn't grasp it all. Like it's still registering. You're still
registering.
Yeah. No, God, it'd be like that. I've been in class, sitting here like 25 years ago, and him and Tashin go back and forth. I ain't get into like years later.
Well, you know, some knowledge is like that.
Right.
Where, you know, when I was a young kid, that's how they used to tell us.
Understanding comes to time.
Yeah, she said, look, don't try to understand what I'm saying. Just remember everything.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of us is that way, where we just record everything. Because at first they just told us, and then over time, it all came together.
Like, yeah, wait, what you mean? But you don't really have time. You don't have to have time. You ain't had the time. You ain't had the time to explain it.
That's a characteristic that the younger brother, see, like Allah will manifest. Yeah, he got kicked out. You know what I'm saying? That's a new thing. We didn't really talk when the other brothers was talking like that. Really, for anybody, you know what I'm saying, let alone an older brother, you know what I'm saying, because back then, you know, the mathematics was like it was the literal thing. So if one person was talking, everybody else ain't feel like they needed to talk, because we all got the same knowledge and wisdom, and whatever he got to say is what I got to say. You see what I'm saying? Like, you expect me to say something to go against what he said? You understand what I mean? Or say something to make him sound stupid? He told you what it is.
Or say something to repeat.
Yeah, right. Exactly. He already told you what it is. You see what I'm saying? So that's how we use the supreme mathematics. Now, the alphabet, right? The alphabet is how we communicate. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the mathematics is a language, right? But you gotta have that degree of knowledge and wisdom. You know what I'm saying? In order to know what the mathematics is. I'm saying, like, you know, when we on the computers, right? What they call that? The binary thing?
Binary code?
Yeah, right? Now look, that's a language.
0101.
Right.
So look, knowledge.
But if you don't know the language, I can show you the whole thing. I can show you the secret to the universe in binary code, but because you don't speak that language, you understand what I'm saying? So, you know, English is the dialect that we speak in here, right? And we apply our supreme alphabet. You see what I'm saying? Because everything that we deal with, right, it has meaning. That's what makes it supreme. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just arithmetic, we deal with supreme mathematics. You understand what I'm saying? We deal with supreme alphabet, right? Specifically, we deal with supreme alphabet and not coded English. You understand what I'm saying? Some people have formed a misunderstanding that, you know, the way to use supreme alphabet,
it's coded language,
is to just spell out English words. You understand what I'm saying? That is not what it means.
I ain't gonna front, Lord. That's how I learned.
I ain't. That's likewise. When I was
That's how I learned.
when
I
was calling women, he cipher equality. That was early in my years. Like, you know,
that's because of the slang. But what I'm
slang,
saying is this,
right?
This is what I'm saying, right? What is born in law truth?
Bat.
Now look, if you telling me that a bat borns a large truth, that's what I'm saying. That's why you can't get caught up in the code. Like, listen, this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it doesn't apply.
They go reveal,
to
peace
spelling
reveal.
out words.
Exactly.
But I'm saying don't.
MF
That's
the truth.
That's a how you say a base way of using it. You understand what I'm saying? That's not the proper way to use it. When you say born a large truth, you gotta mean something is making the truth of God manifest. That's what it means. It doesn't mean a thing flying through the air like that, or a thing that you swing like that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You gotta realize the fullest reality of what you're saying. Just like when we say, look, 2 + 1 = 3. But wisdom, knowledge, do not equal understanding. You understand what I mean? A lot of things is that way. You know, if you just try a couple of instances, it'll work. You know what I mean? Like if you just say, look, you just born in law, right? And the law borns God, that works. But it's not universal. A universal law is something you can apply all the time. You see what I'm saying? Like gravity is a universal law. You could jump out the window right here in Harlem. You can jump out the window in China. You can jump out the window in Russia. Gravity is going to affect you. Now, don't get me wrong, the force of gravity varies a little bit in different places, but not by that much. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's 9 over here and it's 1 over there. Nah, you understand what I'm saying? The same thing is gonna happen to you. So that's why I said, now look, you start pointing things out and you see that devil borns God, right? You know, look, dog borns God. No. Dog borns build destroy, my fault. But God borns build destroy too. So you telling me that the opposite of me borns the same thing as me?
We'll figure it out.
That's why I say those things, they don't, like I said, look, in
Peace, life, law. The God just built on
ourselves,
that. He was just building on that.
because see, that's what happens.
About how
See,
this
like how
degree
he said, yo,
relates to
he
this
just
day and
saying
time,
he
the
cited
culture
equality,
degree,
you know what
and
I
how
mean?
he just
Or,
quoted it.
you listen to hip hop music,
Peace, God.
and you hear people saying different things, and then that's all they pick up. They don't realize the fullness of the reality, man.
A lot of brothers started using like that the language of supreme alphabets in the penitentiary to, to communicate as far as the slang as you speaking about, because I'm a member like the 85% they don't know alphabet. So if God say, yo, Pastor Porn Cipher unknown, you already know what we're talking about. Or Pastor God you, or what I'm saying, that CLR rule, they just use it like that and then within a slang,
That's interesting because that slang is how language evolves and language grows and develops. You know what I'm saying? But if you're dealing with this, you want to keep it intact and in tune with mathematics.
Yeah.
You don't want to take it out of that, out of context.
It could develop to an opposite meaning.
Right.
That's the thing. You see what I'm saying? Like the word awesome and the word awful, right? If something leaves you with some awe, right, and it's good, how come something that leaves you full of awe is not good? It's just because of the way people use it. See, because in reality, awe doesn't mean bad or good. It just means something that's out of the ordinary and you awed by it. You understand what I'm saying? So you could be awed by something terrible and you could be awed by something good. But the way it's used, you know what I'm saying, and people don't have that understanding, they became to be two different things, even though they're the same word. Same thing with terrible and terrific. You know what I'm saying? Or look, everybody here should be old enough to recall that.
Peace.
In the 70s and 80s, right? In slang, bad meant good,
Right.
good meant bad.
Right.
If you say, yo, man, you a goody two shoes, that was something bad. You see what I'm saying? If you say, yo, man, that thing is bad, yo, that meant it was good.
Right.
We can't do that with supreme alphabet, though. We can do it in English, yeah, let's do that. You understand what I'm saying? But with supreme mathematics, you can't do it. I mean, supreme alphabet, you can't do that.
You see, I was dealing with the science like amelioration of words, which means like to add correction to it, to give it a good, like the word nigga, like that might be a term of endearment for many. So you're taking the charge out of that word, taking the negative charge and added a positive word, a positive charge to it. So and that happens, and that happens with slang. When you're dealing with slang, words change meanings and whatnot. That's how it grows. It's like the English language is different, has a difference than England's English. You know what I'm saying?
We got life over here. Reveal say he know you used to be security at his education.
Yes, sir.
It's
Peace, Reveal. What school did you go to, brother?
We said Wadley. He said he don't really recall, but he recalled that
He went to Watley?
yeah. I see God.
I remember all of y'all, brother. Peace.
I see God say, can the problem be that you don't teach the degrees to the math or alphabet, and if you do teach the degree to Allah in the alphabet, it differs from God to God? My alphabet degrees are different from your degrees to your alphabet. You gotta break that down for me. I see God. Can it probably be that you don't teach the degrees to the math or alphabet? And if you do teach the degree to Allah and the alphabet, you gotta break that down. Yeah. Reveal said he played for the basketball team in 03. The basketball team? Reveal kind of tall. I just assumed it was basketball.
That's not the that's the brother that be over here building with us.
Yeah. Reveal.
Peace,
Yeah,
God.
he said he had to watch. He had to watch the babies. He had to watch the babies this time, so that's why he didn't make it.
He played with Rob Thomas and Damo and Mike Haywood.
That was your team, Reveal? Yeah, he said true indeed.
This teaching is why it was so easy for me to come into Watley and give you off. We get love teaching here. Allah, Almighty Allah taught us the babies are the greatest. And I went into Watley saying that to myself every day. I can't see you, brother, but I remember Watley. I'll never forget y'all. Peace.
Reveal said he the starting point guard. Yeah, you gotta come down. I told you we trying to add the basketball on to the boxing this summer, right, Reveal? I might need you to come down and be a coach or something.
One of Watley's best teams, man. 03, man.
I see God said my degrees are different from your degrees to my alphabet. Like my degree to king in the alphabet is different from your degree to king.
What's the difference?
I mean, I have to ask. I see God. How you know my degree say?
And would you consider the mathematics and alphabets as degrees? I mean, I know it when it turns like degree with
Yeah, those are 8 foundational lessons.
well, are they degrees? Like, cause I'm saying like you got 120 lessons. That's not included. So when you say degree,
A degree is just a unit, guys.
right.
Yeah,
Now, as I was just saying, because I build the girl, I add. That's not a degree. That's not, like talk about alphabets, like so whether the fourth degree would be divine or destroy. Like, well, nah, that's not a degree, God. Like, see, that's when you start dealing with brothers who got have a different C on certain things.
That's the
I'm saying, like,
foundation, the alphabet.
Well, see, I never saw degree, right? In any of the degrees. They all say lessons. You know what I mean? That's something that
we added on to that.
Applied. You understand what I mean? We call it the plus degree or the degree. So if it's a plus degree, right, and we know it's only 360 degrees, then it better not be more than 350 something of those degrees, right? You understand what I'm saying? If we were saying that,
right.
So I'm saying in the definition of a degree,
it's a unit. It's a measurement.
Look, degrees Fahrenheit,
right? Or the degrees Celsius.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's just saying a unit within something that's complete. You understand what I mean? Or I can say, look, you got that degree of knowledge. You know what I mean? Enough units of knowledge within whatever cipher of whatever topic. You understand what I'm saying? But in all reality, that I tell people, in my opinion, that's one of the things that got people thinking they have 120 degrees of knowledge because they're applying it to 360 degrees. When really 120 degrees is 360 degrees of knowledge of 120. Like if your knowledge of 120 is complete, right? Then why it's only 120? You see what I'm saying? You confusing. It's just like saying, look, if you said, you got 10 degrees of knowledge, right? In the 1 and 10. So then you got to get 10 degrees of wisdom, 10 degrees of understanding, 10 in order to get to whatever number. You understand what I'm saying? A degree is just a unit.
Right. So it's how a person says it, because you can say 120 degrees of knowledge, and it goes to 120. Well, the wisdom, 120 degrees of understanding. Then, okay, now I got 360 degrees.
That's how I look at it, dog. You know what I'm saying? Once you learn, you knowledge 120, you wisdom 120, and then when you understand 120, that's 360. That's how I see it.
No, understanding.
You gotta have 300. Listen, if your knowledge is not complete, you're not gonna be wise. You're not gonna be able to speak it. Your knowledge has to be complete. You don't have 120 degrees of knowledge. You knowledge 120 degrees, and then you speak 120 degrees, and then you understand 120 degrees. But when you put it the other way, it doesn't work like that. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, if you just have 100, 120, it's incomplete.
This is what I'm explaining to you, right? See, all children are people, but all people are not children. You understand what I'm saying? It don't always work like that. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you knowledge 120 degrees, but you don't have 120 degrees of knowledge. Well, you might. But
Yeah, see,
you're going to be lacking.
That's getting into the language. Like the English language is a language of confusion. You got to really be, you know what I'm saying? You got to really have mathematics.
That's not the English aspect of it. The English aspect of it is stuff like, look, if I say 8, do I mean the number 8?
Or 8.
Yeah, do I mean you ate something? You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of things where you deal with English where the meanings, and then we don't speak the language where the etymology of these words come from. Some of these words don't even have etymology. They're just a bastardized term that they couldn't pronounce from somebody else, and they just put it in their language. They don't really have no etymology other than they got it from some other people, and they couldn't pronounce it. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm talking about is the mathematical aspect. So like, look, in arithmetic, right? They got a rule called a communicative law of addition, right? Which means it doesn't matter what order you put the numbers in.
Lord, did you say a cumulative?
No. The shit, you just threw me off when you said that. What I said?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
The cumulative law.
Cumulative.
Of mathematics, right? Which says that you can put the numbers in any order and add them. Now you know when you what did I just say? It's the commutative law. See how you threw me up? But you know when you learn in parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, multiplication, addition, multiplication, division, add, subtract, right? When you learn that order of operations.
PEMDAS.
Huh?
PEMDAS, you talking about? You said
PEMDAS.
Right.
Please excuse my
dear Aunt Sally. Right.
When you learning that, you don't have to learn that for addition, because when you only dealing with arithmetic,
right,
it doesn't matter what order you put them in.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? But in supreme mathematics, it does.
So if a brother asks you, you know and understand 120 degrees.
Yeah.
So, like I look at the reason I said that because cipher is a circle that consists of 360 degrees. So knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Hey, so many questions. I mean, there's so much going on in the class.
Say it again. I mean,
cipher is a circle that consists of 360 degrees.
Right.
120 degrees of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So that's what I understand when a brother asks me, you know and understand 120 degrees. If I know 120 and I could quote 120 and I could born an understanding to 120, that's what I mean, God.
Yeah, but what I'm
My
telling you,
my cipher's complete, 360.
no. See, first of all, a cipher is not complete until it goes to born.
So now it's the born and born back to knowledge.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 is not a cipher. See what I'm saying? Like even if you got man, woman, and child, right?
Okay.
Like I said, the man could be a donor that goes to a sperm bank, right? The woman, she could just be a customer of the sperm bank, right? They don't even know each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the black family that's on our flag.
Mm.
See what I'm saying? Even though it's still man, woman, and child, you know why? Because where's their culture?
They don't have a code.
Right, because they're not even together, they're not even living together. You know what I'm saying? Where's their freedom?
They
Mm.
don't have
You
no
understand what I'm
culture.
saying?
Because if they don't have no culture, they can't have
Right.
freedom.
What's the power? What's the magnetic between them?
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're
What's the
saying.
equality? That's what I'm saying. All those other things still go into what make the black family. Like, yeah, you see the 3 basic elements there.
Peace,
Knowledge,
AG.
wisdom, and understanding. But in reality, see, look, when I make my knowledge born to you, right? It's through wisdom, and then you understand it. But I made my knowledge born. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how, when you got the understanding, it was complete. Because my knowledge was complete and my wisdom was complete. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure indeed.
So now you could get a complete understanding. But if you going with 120, you taking this small world of the lesson. Well, I don't want to say small world, but you taking what only applies to the lessons because there's 120 of them. Like if there wasn't 120 of them, it wouldn't apply. You see what I'm saying? Or look, what about this? Depending on what year you got your lessons, there's 122 of them.
Mm.
Explain it now.
Mm.
I can't explain that.
That's what I'm saying. Because no matter how many numbers of the lessons it is, when you know the whole thing, that's 360 degrees of knowledge. It could be 10 of them, it could be 1,000 of them, it could be 120 of them. You know, it's one of them things too that you gotta understand too.
Lord Shalom says, I could explain. Yeah, I want to hear what you got to say, Lord Shalom. He said you could explain the 122.
No, I know why it's 122. We don't need that. I'm just saying that.
Oh, wait, I mean, why? I mean, I know what he got to say.
I'm just saying that it doesn't fit this theory of 120 degrees knowledge, 120 degrees wisdom, 120 degrees understanding no more. You understand what I mean? That's why I said it only works in that one specific instance, and really it doesn't, but it's not universal.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? You're not gonna say that you got 10 degrees of knowledge
Peace.
if you know
Peace.
the
AJ and life
110.
alone.
You're
That's
gonna
right.
say you know the whole thing.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
True.
But what's throwing people off is the arithmetic. You see what I'm saying? You saying it's 120, but 120 what? When you give it the meaning, it just
Build
means
on
that
it, Lord
it's
Shalom. Build on that.
120
Degrees.
questions and
Yes.
answers
Yes.
and statements. You understand what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that it's 120 degrees of knowledge. You see what I'm saying? It was told to communicate to brothers that listen, don't just quote the degrees. Yes, what I mean? Like, yeah, you could know them, you could have them on cap, right? But then you ain't applying none of it. You see what I'm saying? That's what it was telling people that, look, continue to strive with this knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? Don't, because look, when we, like you said, when we, we little kids, we think, okay, we got this thing down pat. We know how to quote all of them. You know what I'm saying? But, for me, I'm getting knowledge at 15, this seems like it right now. So brothers was telling us that, listen, you got
Peace,
to
Queen.
continue.
This brother's
in your
just dealing
studies,
with
you know what I'm
different
saying?
degrees
Don't
of
think that
knowledge,
just
and then
because,
we all
like
building
what I was
on it
telling
together.
You can know the definition.
Maybe you need to
of
get
all
with
that,
an enlightener and build
and
them in
not know
person,
how they work.
so you could get
So
that
that's what they were saying,
micromanagement that you were
listen,
mentioning
don't think
earlier.
This is it. Go
Right.
out there,
Peace.
research the lessons, study history, science, whatever it is. But it was not saying that 120 degrees represented 120 degrees of knowledge. See, that happened a lot of things too. is you gotta know when to grow up, right? And realize that a lot of stuff that we learned was devices. See what I'm saying? Just like when I said, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, right? That's not what it says. But that was a device that they gave to little kids to help us learn it easier. And a lot of things that you see, especially in those mathematics with the definition written out next to it, that's what it is. It's somebody giving babies little devices so they could, you know what I'm saying, be able to
add on.
yeah, they could be able to grasp it easier. You see what I'm saying? Because look, even at 15, I was, in the middle. There was kids way younger than me. It was kids 9, 10, 11. You know what I'm saying? And it was dudes, 20, 21, 22. I'm saying we was all in the proximity. You know what I'm saying? We might all be in the same cipher together. You see what I'm saying?
The sister said, I appreciate the comments, but I feel maybe I've been misunderstood. I understand the knowledge. What I'm asking is these classes take place, is there knowledge of the day? Like, I guess she's asking like the topics.
What was her first question?
Okay, I gotta go back. She's basically dealing with, okay, here it goes. Hold on. So I enjoy classes, but I feel that there should be a little bit more structure. The God should go a little deeper in context with the newborns. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the curriculum. But what I'm saying is like that we all have different degrees, and you going through your style of teaching is you addressing each person as where they're at, as opposed
like that way.
No, she's not. I don't think she's saying that she doesn't like it. I think she's just looking for a more specific way, a topic.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I think I see what she's saying.
Right.
But look, you remember it was a time that I told y'all in the 90s, like when you Freedom, a couple of brothers, and I told y'all, I was like, yo, y'all can stop coming now because, I'm mostly, it was like so much new people coming all the time. I was like, yo, God, I don't never get to y'all degrees where y'all at now. Like y'all.
But you know what is it?
And y'all said, nah, God, we still learning, God. Like we learning how to manifest it. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it became a part of the routine, like Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now we come. It's almost like hanging out. In hanging out, we building with the God. We learning. We adding on. You know what I'm saying? And we sharpen each other up.
Right. So and then another thing is I didn't really. They just plucked me off the street and said, "Come here and teach."
Right.
It wasn't like I was a school teacher or none of that. I was that's just what I was doing out there. And that was literally what they said. Look, that thing that you do out there, we need you to come do that here. Well, it was Colleen, it wasn't a whole bunch of weed. You understand what I'm saying? But, so I didn't, was she saying like the different formats of teaching?
Right.
Yeah, I don't really know how,
Yeah. I mean, because some teachers come with a curriculum. They come with everything. You know what I'm saying?
Plus, you gotta remember, we the gods, man.
Right.
So I'm not here to, don't chew gum. You know, like, we here. I'm just, like I said,
It's a syllabus.
all I can do once I tell you that you God is give you some of my experience and research, right? And then you can take the best part for yourself, leave the rest alone, and be who you're gonna be. You understand what I'm saying? But I mean, to get back to her point though, what would she?
I think she's just looking for like a particular curriculum. No, I mean she's in here. I guess she gonna respond. But gathering from what she asked before, saying like this is a certain curriculum. Like, all right, today we're gonna build on strictly the 1 to 10.
All right, now look, I'm not saying that she's wrong. I'm just saying that this is the reason why that hasn't been happening.
No, I see it.
See, I come in, right? You know what I'm saying? And look, I wasn't expecting this brother to come.
Right.
Now I'm doing classes, people showing up from other states. I'm gonna just talk about what I was going to talk about.
Right. She goes. That was.
I had on my mind, so it's responsive. Like if she was here, she probably wouldn't feel that way because I would have had taken individual time with her. I'm probably not answering her question about the topic. But whenever I go, I always ask people what part they don't understand.
Right.
She, tell her, she just gotta.
Yeah, I
tell
follow.
her probably she'd do better to come on my side because I read the questions over here, Infinite.
No, I really no, but there's a lot going on. Now, just to address that, there's a lot going on as people are asking questions. You're answering questions from over there. You're answering questions from in the classroom. So there's a lot of times I don't get to respond to every single thing.
All right, so now look.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, what you gotta tell her is really it's you.
I mean, it goes both ways. Because all right, look, do not. She goes, that was my point. It was more as you come as you are, Bill, and that's peace. I'm just looking for understanding. Well, yeah, that's what it
How
is.
else would I give you understand? I gotta know where you at. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, because, to me, now we get into the preacher level. If I just come in with a sermon, you understand what I'm saying? And it's like, I know this is gonna get the people hyped and y'all gonna give me the loot or whatever, you understand what I mean? But now I'm actually here to deal with the growth and development of each person. So when she says she's looking for understanding, she gotta tell me what she's looking for understanding
for,
of.
right.
And you looking to understand of what we talking about in general.
That's what Life of Lord is
looking
asking.
to understanding of the lessons. You looking to understanding for something that I specifically might have said. You know what I'm saying? Like some history that I might have gave. You gotta ask the teacher. Look, in regular school, you gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't ask the teacher, she's not gonna know you don't understand till you fail on the test. But it's too late now. You know what I'm saying? And we dealing with life. So, failing at this, man.
Well, I'm gonna give her a little time to see where the sister's coming from because I got another question and I don't want to.
Well, she said, I'm a newborn looking to understand the lessons. That's what I mean. I think she might be looking at like, all right, you're gonna do.
She wanna get, but see now look now. Maybe she needs to check the after the class sessions as well because that's specifically why we started doing that. You see what I'm saying? Because see, even if I tell you, right, y'all ain't gonna record everything I say here today. But see, when they be going through those cycles, that's their own experience that they gonna recall much better. You understand what I'm saying? Than just me telling you whatever. So, that's the method that I'm using to get the understanding to come out of the newborns. You see what I'm saying? Because you gotta remember, we the original people, right? We got the origin of all things is in us, right? So we got all this stuff in us already. I'm just giving you knowledge and wisdom to be the tools to bring it out of you. You understand what I'm saying? So, that is, I always said that's one of the greatest questions I ever heard, man, is look, what parts you don't understand, like right now.
Where
right?
you from, Queens? Where's she from? Like, she probably could come to the class herself,
Tell her, listen, she needs to ask a specific question.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there something about today's degree that she was tuning in particular? She got to put that question in what's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord. God, travel,
All right.
Peace.
Peace, Lord. Peace to the gods.
Peace.
All right, peace.
Peace, Queen.
You did good this week too.
Thank you. I appreciate it, God.
You showed
be on top of it.
you showed your civilization. So let me tell you something. Y'all might think this is just semantics. But see, civilized, right? What's civilized?
Civilized is to conduct yourself.
No. In the lessons, what's civilized?
Civilized means to teach knowledge, wisdom to all human families of the planet.
All right. Now, what's civilization?
One having knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, refinement, and is not a savage in the pursuit of happiness.
See, that's a whole lot more. That's a whole lot more. You understand what I'm saying? Than just knowledge and wisdom. With the devil got to be civilized.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? See, all those other things, the understanding, the culture, the refinement, the not being a savage in pursuit of happiness, that's on you. I can give you knowledge and wisdom all day, but the living
I asked a
out
question.
part,
I'm not sure it was the last
you
one you said though.
Gotta come from you.
So I'm just telling you, because look, at one time, it said what is the meaning of civilized. You understand what I'm saying? But that's how, I see the difference myself. See, he showed that he had more than just knowledge and wisdom. See, the other week, he came and showed he had knowledge and wisdom. You can't shut up. You understand what I'm saying? He couldn't do the knowledge because he just was using the knowledge and wisdom and not the understanding, the culture, and the refinement. You understand what I'm saying?
I ain't see that, Lord Shallah. You saying something about I look back at that, man, where he said he was building about the degrees. It said me and you was building about that infinite, that there was no 12. There was no 12th and 13th degree in the actual facts originally. When I got my actual facts, it said that it was an add-on. Talk about the
Who said that?
Shallah, Lord Shallah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know that. Yeah, we was building on that, and dealing with like the whole how the numbers are, they differ, like the 12 billion 400.
Yeah, I still got 12 trillion in mine.
So you say you still got in your, well, the reason why is that it's not complete because when you are going from inches to feet, like you gotta square that number. You gotta square.
Nah, that's not the reason why it's wrong.
Why is it wrong then?
It's wrong because an inch, right? It doesn't have width. So see, in a square inch, right? Let's say you draw a square inch. I could put 1,000,000 1-inch lines in this 1 square inch box. You understand what I'm saying? Because it doesn't have area or volume.
Right, that's dealing with squaring it.
Yeah, but before you even get to squaring, I'm saying you can't count inches, right? On
a sphere.
In an area. Because what I'm saying is that an inch, right?
Because you go in one direction, you're saying like basically, so 1 inch forward is when necessary constitute
you can go inch,
right.
Inch. It's not like square where now
that's squaring it. Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's not, look, you can say an inch this way, you can say an inch this way, inch this way. There's no organization to that.
So because how I was drawing up, there's 63,360 inches in a mile. But then you have to square that because now you're trying to multiply it by 196,940,000 square miles. You have to square that number, right. 63,360. You square that, and then you multiply 196,940,000 square miles.
Right.
Which is not going to bring you to the 12 trillion number.
Yeah, I know that.
Right. That was my point.
Listen, I'm still ain't changing my lessons, man. That's what I'm telling y'all people. Listen, when I go through the understanding, look, I knew that before that came out. I was one of the first people that in my reason, I didn't even do the calculation.
No, but he was
hold up, guys. That's what I'm saying. From geometry, what I'm telling you is that when you say an inch, right, it's an infinitesimally small thing. Like I could make an inch with a line that's microscopic and we can't see it with the naked eye. How many of them is on the planet Earth, guys? There's no way to say. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can't even see with the naked eye. At the same time, if I made the line this thick, it would be less of them. So without all that information, when you tell me it's this much inches or something, just geometrically, I already knew that was wrong before I went through the calculation. You know how back in the day, you take with math, like, look, you got to figure out what's the pertinent, what's the relevant elements in this problem right here. And when I seen the relevant what's the name, he's like, yeah, no, that's not even a calculation you could make. You understand what I'm saying? That's why, look, when we say 1 million square miles, that's how you got to know. If you said that it was 12,478,118,400,000 inches long, or inches wide.
Right.
But when you just say inches, guys,
you're not talking
you
about.
didn't put no unit there that make no sense.
Yeah. Right.
I've been on that.
Yeah. No. But you just want to make it plain though. Yeah, you want to make it plain. You don't make that knowledge born about that.
Listen, man, they had a whole listen. They had a whole degree There was a whole degree.
About that, about the
Yeah, they had some shit
12
talking
degree
about the inch mile and all type of funny units of measure you never heard of. We got anybody with sense, man, been known that was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been saying the right number. There was people that knew the right number in the 80s, they used to say it.
Yeah. That's what Ramel Supreme, he was building on that. He said that there was a brother that said it at the rally. He went and corrected him. He came back to the rally. He corrected himself. You know, Queen Zia, she said she's in Florida. There's gods and earths out there in Florida.
She said Queen Zia.
Queen Divine Zia is her name, and she said she's from the Bronx but lives in Florida.
From the P?
Yeah, from the P-Lawn.
What part of Florida?
Yeah, that's another question. Like, what part of Florida? But I know that there's gods and earths out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of people from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Infinite is down there. I actually wish she bought. Tell her they had a rally in Miami.
Yeah.
There was a rally in Miami on the same day we had our rally.
Mm. That was an Equality Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that was when
You know I don't hardly rest, God. I know you know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm good with the math, but not with the day, man. You know how I keep track? See,
Orlando.
Sean calls me on Friday night to remind me. Well, not really remind me, just be like, "Yo, we doing the boxing, right?"
Okay, so that's Friday night.
There,
so that's when you know, yo, it's Friday night on that day.
I know I got 1 day of rest, and then I gotta come to this class. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, God, you gotta get your rest, man.
Huh?
We gotta get your. We was up at the. I left there, God, at the God hour.
I left like 11. Yo, sir, you know the thing went off like 5 minutes after you left. I was gonna call you. I was like, nah, man.
Well, the thing, right? Oh man, you know,
like 5 minutes.
Oh man, I should have. Yo, and I waited all that time. For you to finish that shit, man.
Yeah, but look, I gotta work, man.
Yeah. You going to see tonight?
Huh?
You going to Connecticut tonight?
Yo, I ain't even called just yet. Nah, yo, I still trying to get my money from Cash App, man.
So we might have to do a session like sometime before you go, if
I might
possible.
go back up there right now.
Okay, then I ain't got my lap with me. Damn.
See, I got his crap.
Yo, stop, man. Like, but I don't have.
I don't even want to call. I call on mine, man.
Yeah, but I don't have that file. Unless you got the file. You got the file in email. We could use.
Oh, nah. I was going. What's the name? Got beats.
CI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what file you talking about?
The one that we was doing last night.
Nah, you didn't send me none of the stuff. I was getting ready to ask you to send me that.
Shit, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, we figured that out though. But yeah. The Queen is in Orlando.
In the 114, when they speak about
There's guys else out there in Orlando.
General
Queen.
Monk and the Turkish, the people that ran the devil, you know what I'm saying, out of the
Arabian Desert
of Europe and things like that. Who they speaking about? The Turks, the Turkish. There was Turkish Muslims, or they were just Turks.
See, we going into Elijah Muhammad story right now.
Mm-hmm.
We had to refer to what Elijah Muhammad said. He said they was from Mecca.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that would have made them Arabian. That's what he said in his story.
He said, peace, Darkim, being that I'm currently out here and there and no guards in my immediate vicinity, what do you recommend after knowledge in 120? Looking to get wisdom and understanding so I can live it.
The person said what?
This
They
is
run 120 and they by themselves where they at.
yeah. Apparently, says so. Peace, Darkim. Being that I am currently out here and there, and no guards in my immediate vicinity, what you recommend after knowledging 120? Looking to get wisdom and understanding so I can live it.
You gotta teach it. If you the only person where you at that got the knowledge, then you gotta start teaching.
Exercise it
That's where the other 5% is gonna come from.
from him.
Yeah. See, when I go into an area, I make other 5 mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm really by myself.
Peace, Lord Shalom. He's about to go to rest. King Takim Allah. Is that my King Takim from the P-Lawn?
True Self said, does the 1 in 14 come before the 1 in 36 or after? Depends on who you got the lessons from.
Yeah, see, I would when I was studying it, the 1 in 36 came after the 1 in 10. See, I know when I was coming to your class, see, you walked me through 120, but how I had it my physicals book of life, and it went from the 1 in 10 to the 1 in 36. And after I finished the 1 in 10, I came here and I built it, and yeah, go ahead, move on, go to 136.
See, when the lessons was put in order, people put it in order based on different principles, different standards. You know what I'm saying? Some people ordered it chronologically. So you got 1931, 1933, 1934, 1934. You see what I'm saying? Some people ordered it numerically. So you got 10, 14, 36, 40. You know what I'm saying? Some people numbered it by baby food and the meat. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Right. Yeah, so 1 in 36 would have been, right, yeah,
the 1 in
1 in 36.
1 in 14, 1 in 40.
Yo, peace, Takim. Skull Basher, my brother. Skull Basher, yeah.
Please take care of you.
Sequeen, Divine Zeus. I got my supreme math and alphabet from Sunyaz.
Who's wise T alive, fruit of Dumont YD? Who says the person?
Oh, Queen Divine Zia. She said she got her supreme mathematics and alphabet from Sunyaz. Yeah, his class is on Thursdays. We should be linking up tomorrow, doing something though.
Anybody got any
Peace, self magnetic Allah.
anybody got any questions this week before we
I mean, I know the mathematics and all that, but I just feel like I'm not really living it. I feel like I don't have like a pure understanding of everything. I feel like something's missing.
the way how to use it. Like when you know, maybe that was one of the things I was saying earlier you didn't understand, is that when you first get it, right, you learn it, you know, just the numbers and the words, right? And then you learn the definitions of it. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta learn how to use it, putting it all together. It's like, look, I can take you to the basketball court, right? You can see the game and be like, yo, it looks like fun. I wanna play, right? That's just when you just learning the numbers and the letters. You know what I'm saying? Now when you go out there, I start showing you each element of the game. How to dribble, how to shoot, how to pass, how to defend, how to pick. You understand what I mean? But you gotta learn how to put all of them together and develop your ability in order for that to happen. You see what I'm saying? If that wasn't the case, then Greg Popovich would probably be the best player in the NBA right now. You see what I'm saying? Because he got all the knowledge, he knows all the plays and what to do, but he can't execute. You understand what I'm saying? Because he didn't develop that ability to use all those basics. Or he don't have the ability, it's not in him. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you're doing right now. Just learn the mathematics for what it is. And see, like I said, the first step is when you're able to recognize, you know what I'm saying, any atmosphere you go into, when you can recognize what's the foundation. You know what I'm saying?
Peace, omnipotent.
How is this being
Peace of the God.
manifested? What's the wisdom of this? You know what I'm saying? And you know, one thing we always say as soon as you come in is you look, what's the best part of this that I'm gonna take for myself? You understand what I mean? When you start to see that, then your mathematic ability is gonna start to grow. But right now, that's why we say, you know, newborns. Because it's like with babies, they got everything, they got arms and legs, but they don't know how to use it. First, they scratching themselves up. And then over time, through seeing the basics, seeing what other people do, get certain things figured out, then they, like you see them when they first learn how to walk, they're like, you know what I'm saying, when they first stand up, because they just getting the basics, and then you can see, like they'll be moving their leg, like they know it's something like
Indeed,
this.
God, looking forward to it, Almighty.
Or if you ever see them, like they might walk one time, but then the second time it's like they got to figure it out again, like they got it, but that's what that is. You see what I'm saying? You got to learn how to use your mathematics and your own 7.5, right? The way the baby got to learn how to walk. You understand what I'm saying?
Build on the story degree in 1 to 14. My question is, why does the devil kill people apart from the social equality? Because he doesn't want us to know how filthy he is in all of his affairs. He's afraid because when we learn about him, we will run him from among us. Social means to advocate society, men, a group of men for one common cause. Equality means to be equal in everything. My question is on the last sentence.
Equality means to deal equal with everything.
Al Lowry, now that they don't know what it means, you know, don't wear nothing that you know what it means. Don't wear that flag, you don't know what it is.
We should treat everybody with equality.
That's for Al Lowry, or Lori, pardon me.
But I guess we can see it how we see it, but how do we see that if everybody's not equal? Some people have skills others don't have.
That's when you come together.
Well, you know, sometimes.
Was it just treatment, how you deal with?
See me, well, who you saying is not dealing with equality?
No, is the lesson saying that we should just deal with?
At the end of the sentence that you're saying, equality means to deal equal with everything. That's what you're referring to.
Equality means to be equal in everything. And is it just telling us that we should deal with each other with equality, or is it talking about
Well, look,
us being each one being equal?
look, because me, you know, you know, what's everything?
Everything is the universe.
Sun, moon, and stars.
Sun, moon, and stars.
That's what we equal in.
Knowledge, wisdom,
Like you said, I'm taller than you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or, you know, somebody might weigh more, whatever the case may be. That everything is saying that universally.
Right.
It's like we all the original man.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the way we apply that science,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, we may not be equal in that. But it's saying that the foundation, you know what I mean? Just like in your family when they tell you like, yo, ain't nobody better than you, you ain't no better than nobody.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We all from the same knowledge and wisdom. You understand what I'm saying? But it don't mean that each individual, you know what I'm saying, somebody might wear, you know, glasses, so,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, that somebody might see better than somebody, whatever. It's not talking about all those things.
I'm just trying to get a better understanding of that. I've heard God's build on that and say certain things. I was trying to understand it better for myself.
It's 9
That's
o'clock.
peace.
Mathematics got a lot of answers, man. You know, use the mathematics, they help a lot in that 120.
Do tattoos play any part in this nation? I don't know.
I mean, you get tattoos, right, from somebody sticking a pin in you. You know what I'm saying? So, at one time, we didn't, there's a lot more people with it now, you know what I'm saying? But there was just certain things we didn't pierce the body, you know what I'm saying? Because that was something specific. You know what I'm saying? The original man got 7 holes. You know what I'm saying? You know, so and just anything that you was doing that was like, okay, if you get a tattoo, right, then you're not the original man no more. You know what I'm saying? Like you altered that. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I mean, it's not like eating pig or you know what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? But
Yeah, you gonna run into some brothers who's more strict on it.
I mean, it's just something. I mean, to me,
like
when you
earrings.
see a person, and they got like, so many tattoos, you can't even see their skin. You know what I'm saying? Now we've reached a level where is all this stuff really that important to you? You know what I mean? Like there's some things that we know the original man did that for certain reasons. Like, we know this brother's one of us. We know he's one of the warriors. We know he's one of the fishermen. We know, you know what I'm saying? But if you just got, Popeye and, werewolf and everything, you understand what I mean? Like at a certain point, at a certain point, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can see you, you doing it for something important to you, you know what I'm saying? Like I know brothers that got the flag, you understand what I'm saying? But that's something that, you know what I mean?
Something.
Yeah, but just, only God can judge me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I see people with, whole scrolls all over them, you know what I'm saying? So, you would have to just get to a point where, like I said, if it's something that's important to you for a particular reason, but at a certain point, like, do you see that as just grooming? You know what I'm saying? Like, you wash your face and brush your teeth every day, but you know what I'm saying? Like, once you get to a certain point of anything, we gotta actually, why you want this? Why you need this? Like, if you go to the kitchen and you take too much food, somebody asks you, why you made all that food, son? Like, you gonna eat all that? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta figure out what it is in your mind that's making you that greedy or something. You understand what I mean? That you would go and take that much food, and you know what I'm saying? Like maybe you as a child or something, you dealt with lack, so now you just make a big plate whenever you can. That might be the case, I'm saying. But I'm saying there's something in you that make you get over a certain amount of tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Or something that's missing from you that you're trying to replace with the tattoos. But like I said, if you had a good reach, like when you manifest what your name mean, so I ain't telling you to go into no whole science. Exactly what you said. That's why that's your name. Cause you said I've been a master of science my whole life. I don't like the other stuff.
Mhm.
That's what it means. That is really something where you can say, yeah. See that other thing what you said, abyss. Yeah, we was all like, what does that mean?
I built on that too. I feel like, I chose that name because it was like more of like enlightening people why not to be like in there or like just stray away from it. Like I came up from it, so it was like why should I let anybody else go there? And I should just stop. So like the name is bad, but the meaning of it isn't. That's why I thought of it.
Got brilliant in line here.
Which I disagree with Darkim. I believe our body is our temple and we can adorn it how we see fit. However, I do agree that they should be meaningful. They should represent you in a spiritual way.
Definitely.
Who's that?
That's Queen's Divine Zia.
Oh yeah. Well. Listen, You know, all his bodies and temple stuff, man. You know, listen, why you doing this stuff?
Yeah, why you defacing
You know what I'm
it?
saying?
Why deface it?
You know, that don't go together to me. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, yeah, you do what you want to do.
Yeah, it's your body. You was born with it, so you know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, you eat pig if you want to.
Hey,
I don't go to the store down there and slap ham sandwiches out people's hands. No, don't laugh. We should do that. You know
No, that was a fact. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, that's a fact.
Listen,
I threw my grandmother's pig out too.
That's how the store hostess and all of them. That's how they stopped selling that stuff because the hostess was getting dusty on the rack. Because if people bought that, so look, as soon as somebody went over by that rack, like, oh, you get some hostage cakes. Yeah, so you got some hostage cakes. Mind you, we the cool kids. You know what I'm saying? We hanging up at the store telling you, yeah, man, that's whack, son. Nah. So nobody else is buying it. They start seeing us buying the drinks. They start buying the drinks. The next thing you see, whole rack is drinks. Now maybe downtown, you could say some health conscious, you know, white women vegans brought those health stores down there. Well, who stopped the pig up here with the 5% in the hood? We made that knowledge. It's certain things that wasn't common knowledge amongst kids. We put that information out there in the mix, and then everybody else picked up.
Well, maybe somebody should come with a coalition that says stop the Kanzir or pork in different languages, stop the Cerdo, no Chulata, no Tocino, and stop it. Come up with a coalition. I had an idea. I said I send somebody to space, and then I have them go all the pigs and bless up and toss up in space. So many strategies. Hey, beast be going.
Every time.
Oh wow. Yeah, God saying, listen.
Listen, man.
God saying, listen.
Sometimes, you know, we gotta deal with equality. Sometimes we gotta deal with equality, man. We let everybody out of it. But you know, just you know, generally speaking, you know, there's lots of things that people do, you know what I'm saying, in terms of they, you know, personal life or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that's up to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you eat pig if you want to. You know. Right. You ain't directly for a sip of my soda. You know what I'm saying? But if that's what you want to do with your life, it's not me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, look, we could walk outside right now, right? We find 1 million people that used to be 5%. I don't say nothing to it. That's what they want to do.
Used to be.
Excuse me, so I guess it's a blessing. Like I grew up, you know, even though it's 10% Muslim family, no pork, no smoking, no drinking, no drugs, not even no cursing. You might have said the N-word or something like that, but it was like amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I smell pork. I don't like it. I don't touch pork. I don't even eat it. I don't touch it, I don't eat it unless I don't know. I'm trying to go back to vegan. I used to be strict vegetarian. The girls wanted 1 track, I was wanting 3 track. I used to listen to Gary No. You heard of Mr. Gary No?
Yes.
His books and his products and stuff. Yeah, he's out to stop the you know how you do electrical shock treatment and trying to put the kids and stuff on? You gotta pin that in the bud. Serious. That psychological testing and all that stuff and IQ testing, some things you gotta be an advocate. Just like some people that go out there be more aggressive in the hospitals, be like a patient navigator or patient advocate, tell people that they got legal rights. You know what I'm saying? Because people that are sitting there, you can't let yourself become a vegetable. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be functional.
A vegan might eat you if you become a vegetable. You don't want to do that.
No, I'm talking about people got advocate because if you for the youth, we gotta do something extra special for him. He's a virgin and stuff. You gotta do something extra special for him. If you don't do nothing for him, they'll grow. You ain't do jack for me, and you didn't do this for me.
Peace, born Jamel.
You gotta do something.
I know you're doing the knowledge to the, it's interesting.
Man, I ain't concerned. See, this is the thing. I'm a righteous person. You see what I'm saying? I really so wherever I get there, right. If say there's a God in the sky, right, and He's not judging me on righteousness, then how's He righteous? It's gonna tell you something, man. If I was to find out that the Christian world was right, I'd rather be with the devil. The devil give his people all type of stuff. You ride with the devil, you get money, you got women, clothes, cars. You rock with the God, or you get beat up by the people that rock with the devil. If I was to find out that Christianity was right, oh yeah, I'm selling my soul. And then let me tell you something. At the end, everybody gets out of hell and goes to heaven anyway. I might as well do my thing.
Just enjoy, right?
What's the point, man? Like, I'm gonna rock with you. You gonna let the devil come and put boils and all type of stuff for me to play a game? Nah. You gonna send the Romans, you all the stuff you doing. And look, people rock with the devil. They send there with all this money. They look, getting fed grapes, fan with fellas. What you think I'm going for? Yeah. Look, the devil give you money. God takes all your money.
Yeah, you're welcome. This is Miss Love. She asks, can us watching come to the actual class and lecture? Well, that's what it's for. Come to the class. Come, Bell.
And what she said her name is?
Miss Lovely.
Miss Lovely.
Yeah, Miss Lovely. Mrs. Lovely.
Mrs. Lovely?
Yeah.
She 5%?
We're in Harlem. Doesn't sound like she's 5%. This is 126 and 7th Avenue. 2122. Adam Clayton Powell.
Across the street from the Adam Clayton building.
Was she? I don't understand. Was she?
I've seen Miss Lovely before. I'm not sure if this is the same Miss Lovely.
I'm saying, why she wanna come?
I want to know why you want to come. I mean, I guess she want to do the knowledge. I mean, I know she don't want to come. I know she don't want to come and make no trouble.
No, I mean, listen. Some people are coming to, just observe. We got all levels. See what I'm saying? Like, see, brothers, they fast for 3 days. Yes, I mean, travel miles. You know what I'm saying? Other people, they just want to know what I meant by something I said. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't asking the question over there, so they like, yo, can I come over there and just ask myself? You know what I mean? Those are all different levels. But I got that. Listen, did I tell you that on the lives, I had a situation where my daughter kept telling me that, listen, you shouldn't talk to certain people on here. And there's certain people that they just trying to get your attention so they can go back and say, yo, I was building with God. And I was like, man, get out of here. Nobody gonna do nothing like that. And then there was a kid that really did that. That we was talking, and then he was like, yo, I'm talking to Darkim be a law. And he just,
Yeah.
that a thing or something?
Yeah. No, that's apparently that's true.
That a thing?
Excuse me, this thing too. I told people choose your friends like you choose food. You don't eat poison, so stay away from poisonous people. If every time person talk,
See, Great League, you're gonna get yourself blocked.
Yeah, seriously. If you say F that, B that, and they smoking every
Who's
second,
that, man?
I got secondhand
Huh?
smoke.
Is that the dude that asked the question about the 5%?
No, this is Great League. He said New York, get you a pot of ham hocks and enjoy. So you're gonna get yourself, put you on timeout. You on timeout. How about that? All right. Now, Queen Divine Zia says, can we touch back on fasting? I keep hearing 3 days. Why 3 days?
That's a super good question. Now that you mentioned it, you know,
2 hours.
of mostly all the things, I do have a reason, but for that, yeah, nah, that's how it was when when I came. That's his brother's fasting 3 days. But there's other people, like I said, if you come to the point where you want to challenge yourself more, you know what I mean, like Sincere, he'll fast 10, 14 days.
But wasn't there a brother that fasted more than 3 days and wound up going crazy and broke his fast with some swine or something like that? Or
Oh, plenty of people did that.
yeah,
But I'm saying, you know, yeah, it's, I mean, everything in moderation.
everything in
You see what I'm
moderation.
saying? Like we were saying when the guy was saying that, you know, look, when you fast, you know what I'm saying, or you know, you eat less, it makes your thoughts clear, right? But then at a certain point, you're gonna lack the nutrients that your brain actually needs to operate, and it's gonna make your thoughts less clear. So, you know, all of these, and then look, that's also an element of building up your body. You might start with 3 days, and on that 4th day, you toe up, but then you keep doing it, and you build up the discipline to do it at 7 days. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. When I came in, it was 3 days, and I just kept it 3 days. But like I said, there's people that go beyond that.
Yeah, now this brother True 120, he wanna crucify you for what you said about Christianity. Christianity was real. Say, hold up. You would run with the devil because of money and grapes?
Yeah.
If Christianity was real?
Yeah, you don't try to give me your logic, because if Christianity is real, that means everything you saying, including your name, is BS. Right or wrong? Everything we've been talking here, now don't get me wrong, I don't have no doubt, but I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking. Because you can't tell me nothing about what you get ready to judge me on if he really exists.
Right there, slowly.
Yeah. Well, we playing
I
all
mean,
these righteous
some brothers out there is holy, man. Like they want to be holy. They want to, you know. So when you say that, it's like, no, that's blasphemy. That's a problem. That's a, you know.
True Self said how many times a year for fasting?
I try to do it like once a month.
Officially, when I got the knowledge, we're supposed to be fasting the 3 days before every rally. That was the way, you know. But that was one of the first you know, we wasn't observing that.
God, Shabuddin is out there in Austin. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we built that in Shabuddin. That's Ginsuddin. He was out there in Austin, Texas. So, you know, there's the guards is out there. You know what I'm saying? They definitely out there. So you can get in tune. 13 Divine Spark.
It's true, like
Build yourself to that.
yeah. But when I fast for 3 days, I was gonna go the following day. You know what I'm saying? Just to see if I could do it. But man, I was so hungry. I said, man, nah.
Now I've done it. I've done it a little longer than that. You know what I'm saying?
4 days.
4 days. You know what I mean? But then you know, I've actually gone a little where I broke the fast, like with some fruit, but then kept going where I didn't go into like heavy foods.
Okay.
But after a while, I was like, nah, I'm gonna get something heavier.
You're drinking water, right?
Yeah, just drinking water. 3 days. You know, I felt like going for the 4th day, but I was like, nah, that's okay. Let me try it the next month. But now,
Drink more water.
That's right and exact, Saku.
when I started fasting, I started eating.
Queen Age of Victorious Earth. You and now see the gods and earths is out there. They out there heavy.
You're not gonna be as hungry as before. Like if you
The stomach
was
shrunk.
eating 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So when I start fasting for the 3 days, now I might skip lunch. I might not even, you know what I'm saying? I might not even.
Peace, Queen Asia.
That's when it comes in handy. That's another thing, is that look, You go someplace, right, and it's nothing there that you want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
See, once you know that signs of fasting, you like, yo, you know what, man? Let me get back on the road, man, until I get home. And
Nah,
you know,
Great League, this ain't no
you know what I'm
mosque.
saying?
This is a
Instead of
school.
break it down,
And we
and
deal with
eating something,
righteousness.
then
We
you
don't tell people to
sit
eat no
for
ham
days,
hocks. We
man,
don't do
and
that.
You knew you were supposed to be eating. That's one thing. Yeah, the fasting, it comes in a practical way like that too.
And if you know that you can stop eating for 3 days and you be somewhere where you don't want to eat whatever you choose to eat, you know what I'm saying? It give you a better chance to pick and choose what you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? And you don't gotta be all. You could discipline yourself for 3 days without eating. Then at that moment, right then and there, you might not want to eat that. So
Wait, hold on.
you won't have a problem of being hungry.
True self said I said 90 days.
90 days.
I don't fast on 90 days. Unless you Mahatma Gandhi or somebody. That's in that long.
3 days, 3 months.
See that? See, now look, that is one thing I can tell you in terms of 3 days. Not to say that's the reason, but it is a good balance in terms of life. You know what I'm saying? Like we here in the West North America, we got to do things to survive. You know what I'm saying? Where we need our energy. You know, we here in the wilderness of New York City with all types of people with different type of mentalities that might try to attack us or something. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be on point. You know, you can't just be wasting away. So, 3 days, that's enough time to have discipline. You understand what I mean? You could, feel your system flush and all of that, but at the same time, you're not going so long that you start, wasting away.
I feel like my interpretation was like, I got said, you said I got, right? Sun God.
Sun God.
Pardon me, Sun God. The Sun God said 72 hours was also the first day for mind, the second day for your body, and the third day for your soul. Cause it's like after the first day, it's like, damn, all right, I ain't eat, now I got my mind right. Then your body just start to replenish itself, repair. And then the third day with the soul, it's like you feel your energy coming back, like you feel your thoughts being more clear. You feel me? And then you could just feel righteous all over again. So I think of it as the mind, body, and soul.
And then that glow, because you're not ingesting no kind of food, you're just drinking water. Your skin get clear.
Yeah.
You can see. There's benefits to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's our science. You know what I'm saying? But
Gotta travel back to Queens.
it's peace, God.
Peace.
See where
Thanks for the class, man.
no doubt. See where it goes off course at, right? Is this. You don't wanna try to use fasting like that's gonna make you God. You understand what I'm saying? That like if you think you're gonna fast and then you're gonna be purified and holy. You understand me? See, first of all, you shouldn't be thinking that
Okay,
anything
peace. Proper education always
physical
corrects errors. Great
is
League.
gonna make you God.
Just do it
You
knowledge.
see what I'm
Peace.
saying? Because see, it's only the truth of who the black man is that give us the power of our full potential. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't no food you're gonna eat. It ain't no, water you're gonna drink. You're not gonna go swim in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. You understand what I'm saying? There's no golden chalice for you to drink out of. You understand what I'm saying? It's only the knowledge of who the black man is. That's what I'm bringing to. Because look, there's people out there with everything. There's people with a lot of money. There's people with a lot of education. People get a lot of broads. None of that don't make them God.
Queen Divine's it. She asking you to build a little bit more about you. Your name is. You said your name was Ambition.
Yeah, I don't have no righteous name, but I just,
That was the name. That what you was. Where you from?
I'm from DC, but I was.
Oh, now I caught that true self.
DC.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I recognize an accent too. You got a little accent. Yeah, so I guess this is accent like what to build on what brought you here. What were you hungry out there? Did you get the?
Yeah, it was just in better development of myself and like trying to be a better person, and I just went through different like aspects. I went through like a chemic walk where I was watching Saturday TV and I was watching all this stuff. Never ever add up to like what true divine being was. So then I started watching a King Asiatic brother on YouTube.
King Asiatic, my brother from Boston, Mass.
From Boston.
Yeah.
So I would often want to like reach out to them through YouTube, but I could never like figure out what to say or anything like that. So I just keep watching them every day. I just started memorizing different things about like mathematics and trying to get like different information, but I didn't have it,
Right, you didn't have it all the way, but you were picking up certain jewels.
Picking up things, and I was applying it to my everyday walk, and I started getting it better, and I stumbled upon your
The law school,
page, and then the brother page, and then I just was like, all right, I'm coming up there.
Okay.
And I said, all right, they ain't gonna think I'm gonna come.
Okay. So you came all the way. So you rested in DC and came all the way.
I rest in South Carolina now.
You in South Carolina now?
Yeah.
Oh, you traveled.
Yeah, I traveled.
Well, that's peace. That's peace.
And then I'll go back tomorrow.
You going back tomorrow? Okay. What part of South Carolina? Columbia. Okay.
Yeah.
You heard of Voorhees College?
Who?
Voorhees College?
Voorhees? No.
Okay, Voorhees College. That's I think that's associated with Tuskegee too. But Voorhees College, my great grandfather, that's in South Carolina. My great grandfather donated land to that school, so I was gonna be traveling out there to follow up on that. Like,
Okay, cool.
y'all owe me education. No,
So yeah, that's where I started, and this is where I'm at today.
That's peace. Well, yeah, that's peace. You came all that far. That goes to show you that it's not just about staying online and watching it through the screen. You came in person to experience it yourself. So, that's something that we encourage everybody to do.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I wanted to show him because I know I chatted in on the line, and he was like, "Yo, you NIA or you?" I think he called me a Mason. I was like, "Nah, I don't know anything about it." He got right off the chat, and I was like, "Damn, I was getting ready to ask some more questions," but then I was like, "All right, cool." But I came in on the end. I've been watching every week. I'll be watching to see if y'all go live and what y'all doing. I watch a lot of your videos and just
That's peace. That's peace.
As much information as I can.
That's peace. No, it's interesting because he responds more. Like he responds because I'm not like that. He responds, but he showed me something that's worth something because you see, bring people around. Cause like usually a lot of times like I just dismiss people.
It's that he only responds to the troll army.
Yeah, I mean I respond here and there. I do like the troll.
To the troll army. The troll army don't want to come on my page.
No, they be there and shit though, man.
We had real records for a minute.
Yeah, real record. That's what I'm saying. You say what happened?
Did that ever get resolved?
Yeah, I Bill Born Justice. He said that that he don't know who that is, but he came to his page. But I was just making knowledge born that was that's the troublemaker, and I ain't get to build with Umar, and
yeah, I ain't getting involved with none of that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, I mean, but I ain't
But get involved with it.
God, it's really us. That really engage on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
really see myself as engaging him. You know what I'm saying?
No, meaning online, like people come along and because see, Umar don't really have. He don't have no interest in this. He don't have no interest in responding what's going on online.
Did you see the part? I mean, did you see that video? When he was with Jamal?
Who?
Born Mastermind. And
With Jamal?
He was with the guy Jamal from the Brand Nubians.
Jamal. He said Jamal.
Yeah, nah, we already that's.
He was saying about some tribal stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
His tribe down there on Fifth Avenue. That's what they do.
Yeah. But yeah, Umar and Born Justice, they don't really.
Here's the first thing.
They the older guys. They older guys.
It's look. First of all, you know what I'm saying. They older brothers, like you said, they got a certain amount of wisdom. You see what I'm saying? That this dude, he's under the impression, right, that he's checking Sunnis on protocol. But dude, this protocol where you talk about people and not what they do, see every time I ask you, I made a video on this, see, because that's what I noticed. You a rat. Any anybody who hangs around him, that's what look, that's how I met him. He came on my page to tell me that Sunyez was saying this, that, and this.
Mm.
I was like, Sunyez was saying that, and that. What?
Mm.
Yeah, man, you saying that, and that.
Trying to cause trouble.
No, so I told him, let's go down there, man, next Thursday, man, see what's good.
Right, and that's what I told him the same exact thing. Like, no, I don't want to come. I don't want to come on. I ain't coming.
See, that's when I knew he was a coward, B.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's when it's like, look, man, all you gotta tell Born Justice, look, watch it, he will step on your feet with his clown shoes. That's what you gotta tell him.
Hold on. Queen Zia said, does the newborns walk out with the student enrollment, or how exactly do you guys decipher who gives it to who or when you give it?
She fast 3 days.
Yeah, that's a queen. In fact, you got to deal with basic civilization first.
See, look, you gotta show me, for me, from the outside, I told y'all why you fasting for you. But see, for me, you show me that you're serious, see, because like I said, this is an active science. This ain't something where you're gonna just be a member out there and just send your $3 dues in every month. Everybody that come in this class need to go back in their community, man, and be an asset over there in some way. Even if everybody don't get the knowledge. Even if you just talk to one dude and he stopped shooting up the neighborhood, you could just get him to see that much. You understand what I mean? Or you do a basketball team or whatever it is where people know, oh yeah, that brother right there, he do righteous stuff around here. You understand what I'm saying? And if you know what I'm saying? That takes activity, that takes discipline, that takes when you stick with something. You understand what I'm saying? All of that has to come into play. You see what I'm saying? When you doing something that's active like that, like see, look, if you're gonna go to the game and watch, right? Then all you gotta do is buy the ticket. See what I'm saying? But if you want to get on the court and get a check, you gotta show them that you're serious.
I'm just thinking about the after class section. There ain't no brothers over here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man. Yeah, we ain't got
We no.
yeah, we can't do the after class session like we usually do.
Yeah.
So you know what? This week it's gonna just be you, right? Matter of fact, you and Infinite go.
Mm-hmm.
You and Infinite go, right? And then yeah. Just listen. That's what the Brownsville method is. That see, even when ain't nobody else around, you still going through it. So we ain't gonna let it, but yeah, that's how it is. Sometimes look, like brother said, they came to a rally one time with 8 people. You understand?
Mm-hmm. I noticed about that though too though, like different brothers, like Dumar had like a certain cipher that he had with him that he was bringing to the rally. Other brothers had certain ciphers, and a lot of times those brothers don't went home, and the students don't come out as much. So now the rallies is a little bit, a little lighter. I'm saying, but that just goes to show that we just got to have.
It's not private. We just film it after.
You just got to, got to do the teaching.
It's called the after class sessions. If you on my page, the videos is up.
Peace, Queen Zia. Queen Divine Zia. God born Jamal laughing.
Queen Zia is serious.
Yeah, she's serious. She's serious. Yeah, she.
People in my room. I said something. He's like, "But what about Ramel?" Said that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be where, like, these videos I do, like you be online, you be building with them more directly. Like, you just gonna have to address these certain things and come in and build in person.
I came on your page. You just came in and started filming. I'm talking about my page. I went on there to address certain things. You see what I'm saying? But what happened was, those things kind of went by the wayside really quick. You know what I'm saying? The next thing, it was people like, yo, you know, we like what we hear. You know what I mean? So I deal with the people. I ain't really just, you know, I don't have really just video ideas like that for the most part.
All right, so we gonna wrap up the class or?
Yeah, it's about that time to wrap it up and get to the after the class. We got no we ain't got none of the older guys, but you know, I got some after the class stuff from last week. I never posted. Look, I'm gonna give y'all a clue right now. I never posted the guys building about Black Messiah.
Who built on
that one?
Who built on Black Messiah?
Divine, you and the Lord Supreme. To his fruit.
All right, well, that.
So y'all check out in the next couple of days. I'm gonna be putting that up too. Peace, knowledge born.
With that,
Jackson,
say
been out there all the
peace.
time.
Peace to the gods, peace to the earth, peace to the positive people out there in the
Bring
universe.
land, peace, God.
Peace.
Peace.
True self, peace.